Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Before we begin, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. British lingo is quite different from American slang, isn't it? During the Thursday, June 26th episode of Live with Kelly&Mark, co-hosts Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos recounted being baffled by London terminology while visiting their daughter Lola, who moved across the pond with her boyfriend Cassius Kitson over a year ago. This amusing memory resurfaced for Mark and Kelly while they were discussing how June 26th is National Chocolate Pudding Day. The Riverdale actor handed his wife a bowl filled with chocolate pudding, and Kelly confessed it was a day she could definitely support. The subject of pudding led Kelly to describe her perplexing experience with the word while dining in England. In London, where our daughter lives, pudding is the word for dessert. They don't say dessert. They say, "Would you like pudding?" she explained. To which I always reply, "Yes, please." And then I'm utterly let down when a piece of pie comes out. Mark chimed in, recalling, "One time I said, 'It's not pudding, it's dessert,' and he goes, 'No, it's pudding, he said, imitating a loud British accent. Kelly then began mimicking the waiter as well, joking, "You Americans, pudding is our word for dessert. Why you say dessert is a mystery to us." While Kelly and Mark have certainly missed their only daughter since she moved away, the parents of three are huge fans of Lola's boyfriend. "I love him," Kelly, who also shares sons Michael, 28, and Joaquin, 22, with Mark, declared on the Wednesday, June 25th episode of her Let's Talk Off-Camera podcast. "I love his family. We are very close. His mother and I have a lot of conversations about you too," Kelly teased Lola, who was a guest on the episode. Lola, who is usually private about her relationship, gave listeners a rare glimpse into how the lovebirds met. "We met on vacation," the 24-year-old admitted, "but we did not like each other when we first met." She added, "I say this to everyone I meet. I think the reason we don't find ourselves truly arguing that much is because we kind of got it all out of our systems when we first met." While Lola and Cassius, who is from Switzerland, grew up vacationing on the same island. They didn't properly connect until a friend introduced them during their time at New York University. Lola attributes their romance to the invisible string theory, acknowledging, "We had just so many weird, intertwined things and people and all this stuff. Now we're almost dating for 4 years, which is insane." In the United States, pudding typically brings to mind wobbly chocolate cups, vanilla flan, or the smooth consistency of rice pudding, often sold in plastic cups as a convenient snack. In Britain, however, pudding has a much broader definition. Rooted in centuries of culinary tradition, pudding in the UK refers to all desserts, from sticky toffee pudding and apple pie to chocolate mousse or even a slice of Victoria sponge cake. To an uninitiated American palate, expecting silky chocolate pudding and receiving a wedge of lemon tart instead, it can feel like a culinary bait and switch. But in Britain, it's just standard dinner etiquette. The wide-ranging use of pudding in Britain originates from medieval cooking, when many sweet and savory dishes were steamed or boiled in a casing. The original puddings, like black pudding, a blood sausage, and suet puddings, meat stews, date back to the 14th century. Over time, as sugar became more accessible in the 17th and 18th centuries, sweet puddings like bread and butter pudding or jam roly-poly grew in popularity. Because these sweet dishes were served as the final course, pudding naturally evolved to mean dessert in everyday language. On June 26th, fittingly National Chocolate Pudding Day, Kelly and Mark took the opportunity to share their London language mishap. Mark gave Kelly a bowl of rich chocolate pudding, and she admitted that pudding is a holiday she could wholeheartedly celebrate. Their segue to their trip overseas was seamless. Mark's performance, gesturing as if he were addressing a haughty London maitre d', had Kelly doubled over in laughter. His mock British indignation perfectly highlighted the cultural divide between dessert culture in the States and the UK's casual, all-encompassing term. Not to be outdone, Kelly jumped into character as an exasperated British waiter, complete with a sharp tone and clipped diction. Her playful banter showcased not only her comedic timing, but also an affectionate appreciation for how easily familiar words can be misconstrued when they cross national borders. This amusing on-air exchange was more than just a funny anecdote. It was a window into the Ripa Consuelos family's new reality, with Lola firmly rooted in London. These small linguistic stumbles have likely become a recurring and beloved source of humor. One can imagine family video calls filled with playful corrections and inside jokes about the differences between a biscuit and a cookie, or the confusion over what to call an apartment versus a flat. For Kelly and Mark, these moments are likely cherished, serving as light-hearted touchstones that bridge the thousands of miles separating them from their daughter. Each mispronounced word or misunderstood phrase becomes another story to share, strengthening their bond despite the distance. This journey of adaptation is, of course, most pronounced for Lola herself. Having navigated the social and academic landscapes of New York University, she is now immersed in a culture that, while sharing a language, is filled with its own unique rhythms and colloquialisms. Her relationship with Cassius adds another layer of international flavor. As a native of Switzerland, he too would have his own perspective on both American and British customs. Their shared experience as expatriates in London likely creates a unique partnership, one built on discovering a new home together. It's easy to picture the couple laughing as they debate whether to call it cilantro or coriander in the grocery aisle, building their own blended vocabulary that is unique to their relationship. Lola has likely adopted many Britishisms into her daily speech, a subtle shift that her parents would find both endearing and a little startling whenever she visits home. From a parental perspective, seeing your child build a life so far away is a complex mix of pride and longing. Kelly and Mark's public retelling of the pudding incident showcases their healthy approach to this transition. By finding humor in the cultural differences, they celebrate Lola's independence and embrace her chosen path. Their enthusiastic approval of Cassius is a key part of this acceptance. It's clear that their affection for him goes beyond simple courtesy. They see him as a true partner for their daughter and a welcome extension of their own family. Knowing Lola is with someone they trust and adore undoubtedly provides immense peace of mind. The connection Kelly mentioned with Cassius's mother is particularly telling. For parents of adult children living abroad, forming a bond with their partner's family can be a profound comfort. It transforms an unknown city into a place where their child has a second support system, a home away from home. These conversations between mothers likely cover everything from sharing family updates to navigating the logistics of holiday visits, creating a network of care that spans the Atlantic. This report ensures that even when Kelly and Mark aren't physically present, Lola is surrounded by a loving, familial environment, which is the ultimate reassurance for any parent. In many ways, the Great Pudding debate serves as a perfect metaphor for their family's evolution. What they once knew and defined in one way, dessert, as the end of a meal or their daughter living nearby, has taken on a new, broader meaning. Pudding can be a pie, a cake, or a tart. Just as their daughter's life can be a rich and fulfilling tapestry woven in a place they hadn't originally pictured. Their willingness to learn the new language of her life, with all its charming quirks, demonstrates a deep and adaptable love. They aren't just tolerating the change, they are actively engaging with it, finding joy and laughter in the process. Ultimately, the segment on Live with Kelly and Mark was a masterclass in their appeal. It blended their signature comedic chemistry with genuine vulnerability about their family life. It reminded their audience that behind the celebrity glamour are two parents navigating the universal experience of watching a child forge their own identity in the world.